Good evening, everybody. Let me go ahead and get my banners ready. Let me see. How y'all doing tonight? I hope y'all doing well. I hope. Okay. Let's show that banner first. All right. Tonight, you guys, we're going to be talking about 5 ways to not be a simp. Okay. From a female's point of view, from a woman's point of view. This is me speaking as a woman. Things that I have observed for myself as far as what I feel men can do to ensure that they are not out here simping. Okay, because a lot of men, especially, confuse being a gentleman with being a simp, and it's very different. Okay, and depending on the type of woman that you are being involved with, they can take advantage of your simpish ways. All right, it's a big difference between being a simp and being a gentleman. A gentleman knows, that there's limitations and boundaries. Okay, a simp does not. He lets women walk all over him. He lets women run amok, and that's why I felt like it was important for me to talk about this tonight. We're going to be talking about 5 ways to not be a simp. Okay, I got my notes ready. I took my notes. I came up with this list on my own, and I felt like this would help a lot of you guys. So let's get into it. Who I see in these comments though? I see it's 79 of y'all in the building. I see Paul, what's good? Ronnie Ryan, Derek, 318 Showtime, Terry, Zoe Wells, One Miss Loving Life. Hey Queen. Tip King or T-Jip King, Deron, Jeremy, Sexy Monkey. Hey Sasha. Make It Happen, Money, Dewani, Higher Self, Scorpio, Swan, Prune, Christopher, UGN, Tony, Reed. Okay, Mike, Vizzy Oso, he was first. Feel Good Music. Okay, what's good, everybody? I love y'all. I respect y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure that you guys like the video upon arrival. And with that being said, I did type up some banners for us to be able to choose from. So hopefully it'll work, okay? So the first thing on my list, you guys, out of the 5 ways to not be a simp is stop doing things for women that do not reciprocate, or stop dating women that do not reciprocate, okay? If you constantly go out of your way doing for women without them doing for you, you are opening up a gateway to be used and abused and taken advantage of by women, okay? Fellas, I don't know what you heard, okay? But you guys have to stop dating women and stop doing things for women that do not see the value of reciprocation. Okay? Being able to pour back into a man that is pouring into you is a big quality that a lot of women do not possess. Okay? And so you have to go after women that do possess that quality. Peace to you, Jeremy King, for your donation. I appreciate that. Y'all have to look for the quality of, okay, is this woman pouring back into me like I'm pouring into her? Is she ready and willing to do for me what I'm ready and willing to do for her? When you guys are dating these women, or when you're, interested in these women, and you find yourself constantly going out of your way, and you see that woman is just eating it up, but she's not trying to dish it back out to you, that's something that you should pay close attention to. Very close attention to. Because this is the thing, fellas. If a woman sees that you are doing a lot more for her than she is doing for you, or if she sees that she does not have to do anything for you, for her to reap certain benefits of being with you, some women will take advantage of that. Okay, they will take a lot. They will take a big chunk of your generosity and be like, okay, well, I'm just gonna hold it for myself. He's not demanding anything of me. He's not expecting anything from me. He just likes me because maybe I'm cute, maybe I'm sexy. Maybe I had sex with you one time and now your mind is gone. It's just like, okay, that's all I had to do was give him a little bit of something, and now he whipped and now he's sprung. Okay, cool. I ain't got to do, I can fall back now. That's when you guys start to cross that line of being a simp. You are simping. I see a lot of y'all in the comments like, facts, so true. A lot of y'all start crossing that line of being a simp because y'all allow women to take advantage of you in that way. You do not have things that you expect from her. You are not requiring her to pour back into you. You are not demanding of her the same respect that she is demanding of you. You're giving yourself freely to her. She ain't gotta do shit. She ain't gotta respect you. She ain't gotta talk to you. And a lot of y'all, the woman don't even halfway gotta be with you. You know, she only hits you up when she's bored or when she wants to go out on a date or when she needs something, and you right there. That's when you're crossing over into the line of being a simp. Okay. Let me add this real quick. We got to add this one. All right. So that was number one, y'all. Stop dating or doing for women that do not reciprocate. Okay, let's see what y'all say in these comments. What's good, Liquor Low Scorpio? All of these damn Scorpios, y'all. My husband is Scorpio. It's always a Scorpio in my comments. Gab Talk Media talking some Simp Nation with the fist. Look, if you want to be a simp, that's okay. That's okay if that's what you want to do. But I'm trying to tell y'all, if you are going to cross that boundary of being a simp and living in your simpishness, know and understand that a lot of women will see that as a weakness. Gab Talk. I know you playing, King. I see you laughing, but I'm just saying, it's some men who don't mind being a simp. And I just want to let y'all know that, okay, if that's your truth, live in it. But don't expect a lot of women to really respect you like you need her to. All right. All right, let me see what y'all saying in these comments before I move head along to the second thing on my list out of the 5 ways to not be a simp. He says simpishness. Yes, that's the new word, y'all. Simpishness. Vizio says, copy that. I've done that before. Paid for her hair, nails, was giving rides, etc. Then she talking about, I don't see you in that way. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. Shit like that, you guys. It's like she only views you as that friend zone type of guy, but yet she's expecting certain things from you. Why? Because you are living in your simpishness and she's viewing that as a weakness that she can take advantage of. Okay? So stop dating and doing for women that do not reciprocate. Y'all in here playing in these comments. Okay, let's move right along to the second thing on my list, you guys, out of the 5 ways to not be a simp. The second thing on my list, you guys, out of the 5 ways to not be a simp is stop being easily impressed by surface level things. Okay? Again, y'all, like the video, share the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all right? Stop being easily impressed by surface level things. Fellas, start going after women that have more to offer to you than looks and sex. Look for qualities such as selflessness, compassion, love, respect, nurturing, understanding, patience, self-awareness, self-accountability, intellectual capabilities, submission, leadership, and femininity. Not just a cute face and small waist, fat ass, and good sex. All of which should mainly be a bonus. I hope y'all got that. It's true. I got simped out. Look, that too. Stop being too available. That as well. Stop being easily impressed, fellas, by looks and sex, which are very surface level things. As men, you guys have to start looking deeper into what a woman has to offer you. Look deeper beyond the surface things that should only be bonuses. A woman knowing how to put herself together, a woman knowing how to give you good sex and, give you good head and all of that shit, that should just be a bonus. It should not be the end all be all. It should not be the meat and potatoes as far as what qualifies a woman to be worthy enough of you. Start looking for qualities that you can see in a wife. Start looking for qualities that you can see in a mother of your children, so that, you're not simping yourself out. Okay? What were the things I said to look for? Look for selflessness. Look for compassion. Look for love. Look for respect. A woman that respects you is very important. Look for nurturing qualities. Okay? Look for understanding in that woman. Look for a woman that is being patient. Look for a woman that has self-awareness. Look for women that has, or takes rather, self-accountability. Look for intellectual capabilities. Look for submission. Okay? That's something that a lot of you guys say that you are missing in a woman, and you feel like you're not getting that for these women that you are becoming involved with. And it's like, well, shit, she don't want to be submissive to me. Well, the thing is this, King, had you looked for those qualities in her to begin with, you wouldn't be in the predicament that you're currently in, feeling like your woman does not submit to you, feeling like your woman does not respect you, because you were only going based upon surface level things. Shout out to you, Jeremy King, for your donation. I'm gonna do my best to go back and watch so I can screenshot y'all donations. My phone over here tripping, y'all. It's, giving my voice playbacks and shit. What was another thing I said? Self-accountability, leadership, and femininity. Shout out to you, Real Virtue, for your donation. Okay. Let me turn this down. Okay. You want a woman that is okay with being in her femininity. She does not want to compete with you. She wants to show you love. She wants to, show you compassion. She wants to follow your lead. Okay. She does not mind catering to you in different ways. You guys have to start looking for those qualities in your woman that goes beyond just the surface. That goes beyond just a deep throat and tight, wet vagina. And damn, she fine. And damn, she got a fat ass. And damn, her waist is small. And damn, she got nice double Ds. It goes way deeper than that. James says accountability should be law. It should be. That should be a quality that we all look for in partners, men and women. We want to have men and women that are not afraid to, take self-accountability and have self-awareness so that they can do better with the choices that they make, so that we're not constantly going into battles with them. Okay? Because it's nothing worse than a person that does not see their flaws. So stop being easily impressed by surface level things, fellas. Okay? If you are easily impressed by surface level things, that is a gateway for you to be a simp. Because again, that goes back to number one. You know, that woman feels like, you know, all I got to do is be cute. All I got to do is give him sex and he's okay with that. I don't really have to do anything more than that. So no, reciprocation goes out of the door. You know, I can walk all over him because he's just impressed by, you know, how I look, or he's just impressed by, you know, how I can make him come, or, you know, shit like that, which again should be just bonuses. They are important. Sex is very important. How a woman carries herself is very important. How a woman looks is very important. Don't get me wrong. We all want somebody that looks good and, you know, knows what they're doing in the bedroom. But again, that should not be what qualifies a woman to be with you. Otherwise, she'll see you as a simp, you know, that's easily manipulated, easily impressed. And so I'll just do the bare minimum, which is looking cute and maybe giving you sex every now and again. All right. So that was the second thing on my list, you guys, out of the 5 ways to not be a simp. Stop being easily impressed by surface level things. Let me see what y'all say in these comments before I move head along. True indeed, Ricky. He says, stay away from the narcissist. Yes, men and women, we both need to do that. Narcissists will never take accountability. They'll always find a way to flip it around and make it your fault. You did this. The reason why I'm acting like this is because you did this to me. You made me act like this. You made me do that to you. It's no accountability. So you got to really be careful with that. And again, that's part of looking beyond the surface. Oh, what did Real Virtue says? He said, Danica, most Black women only submit to hoodlums. They hate decent men. You can't overgeneralize like that, though, Ken. You know, it's a lot of beautiful Black women out there who don't mind submitting to a decent gentleman, a decent man, a good man that provides and protects and nurtures and caters and all of that. You just have to be worth submitting to. But again, you guys have to start looking. See, that's the thing, fellas. Y'all have to start looking for things that are not so surface level. That way you wouldn't find yourself in these situations where you're like, well, damn, she's not submitting to me. She's not respecting me. She's not catering to me. She's not, respecting or loving me the same way that I'm loving and respecting and catering to her. You would be able to cut that woman off from the gate, from the jump, if y'all would sit back and peep game on how that woman maneuvers before you even get involved with her. That way you won't have to sit back and complain later on down the line in your relationship of how this one is not, catering to you or submitting to you or listening to you or allowing you to lead and allowing you to guide her and things of that nature. Okay? That's something we have to start doing. All right? Sexy Monkey says using more than 2 emojis is getting channels deleted. So please limit them to 2 maximum. Nobody wants Danica's channel removed. Actually, YouTube is on some BS, y'all. Like, they getting real strict with the commentary and things like that. The videos and things. A lot of stuff is getting demonetized. A lot of things are getting flagged. A lot of my videos have been demonetized for whatever reason. So that's why I really appreciate you guys when you do give me the super chat donations or you send me the cash apps, because, a lot of us YouTubers don't really get paid like that because they flag us for whatever reason. They don't even give us an explanation. And actually, Sexy Monkey, when you do use a lot of emojis now, they view that as like spam. So they don't delete my channel, but they will start deleting your channel because they'll view your emojis as spam. And so you guys kind of want to limit, your 100s or your crowns or whatever, the emotion that you want to use to maybe 1 or 2. Otherwise, they'll view, your multiple emojis as spam and they may delete your account. So you got to really be aware of that. But yeah, YouTube's on some other shit. But luckily, I do this because I love y'all and I care about y'all. The money is just a bonus for me. Okay. So, I'm not really hurting too bad about that, but you just got to really, take that into consideration. And that's why I really do appreciate my crown heads that do pour into me monetarily, because YouTube on some bullshit. All right. He says, thank you for the information. Peace to you, George Jones. Let's move head along, you guys, to The third thing on my list, out of the 5 ways to stop being a simp, okay? Again, let's go over what we had so far. So far, we had stop dating women that do not reciprocate, or stop doing for women that do not reciprocate. Number 2 was stop being easily impressed by surface level things. And number 3 is stop being a pushover. Fellas, you guys have got to start putting your foot down. I know that sounds very harsh. I know that sounds very misogynistic. I know that sounds like, toxic masculinity, whatever. Start putting your foot down. Stop being a damn pushover. That is weak and that's very simpish, okay? As a man, you must know how to draw boundaries for women. Know when to say no. Let's repeat that. Know when to say no. And distance yourself when things are not sitting well within you. Once a woman sees that she can get over on you, she will view that as a weakness and take advantage or be completely turned off. And again, y'all, like this video, share the video, and subscribe, y'all. Somebody out there needs to hear this. It's this king that always cash apps me, and he's like, man, my mama, she raised a beta male, but you turning me into an alpha male, and I appreciate you. It's some man out there that is being a simp that needs to hear this list coming from a woman, okay? Coming from a woman. I'm telling y'all the game from a woman. So it has to be some kind of validity, some kind of truth to what I'm saying if I'm coming to you as a woman, telling you how women can see and view your simpish ways. So like the video, share the video, subscribe. All right, y'all? Thank you. It's 152 of y'all in the building. We got 100 likes. I appreciate that. All right? Stop being a pushover, y'all. Like I said, it's some women out there who see the fact that you don't draw any boundaries and you don't set any limitations for her and what she can do. And she'll be like, oh, okay, this nigga weak. This motherfucker don't. I can do whatever I want to do. And he just going to come running. He just going to bend over backwards. Okay. Mental no. Right? And then you have some women, like myself, that would see a man that is being a pushover and I'll get completely turned off. I'm just going to be real with y'all and call a spade a spade. A real woman will see that as a turnoff, y'all. Y'all over here laughing. He says truth. Okay, sounds very natural. I agree with you, Queen. It's hard for these men to be me because of the women that raised them. It's a lot of women that are like me that will see you being a pushover and see the fact that you can be easily manipulated and walked all over and will be completely turned off by that and completely walk away. I'm not even going to view that as something that I can take advantage of. I'm not set up like that as a queen. As a queen, I'm not set up for me to see your weaknesses and use it against you. That to me in and of itself would make me a weak woman. Right? So instead, a queen like myself or women such as myself will just be like, I'm not vibing with that. That's simpish. I don't want a simp ass dude. I don't want a man I can walk all over. I don't want a man that can be walked all over by other people. I need a man that knows how to set boundaries and limitations and have backbone to him, because that is the quality of a leader. Women look for leadership qualities, fellas. And once you display that you are easily manipulated, that you don't know how to say no, you're afraid to say no, you are a people pleaser, that could be viewed as a weakness. It's not cool. And it is very simp-like. And again, I know a lot of you guys may feel like you being a yes man to a woman is something that is a good thing. Well, I'm here to tell you it's fucking not. Like Ronnie Ron said, tell that woman no. If it does not sit well within your spirit, if it's making you feel some type of way, if you know in your heart of hearts, if you know and you feel it in your gut that, you know what, I'm not comfortable with that, then damn it, it's a no. It's a no-go. Period, point blank. And again, I know a lot of y'all may view, being a yes man as a good thing for women. That's something that a woman should like. That's something that a woman should enjoy. No, because what happens when you don't say no that one time that you should have said no, and then it ends up backfiring on that woman, and now she's looking at you sideways like, well, why come you didn't tell me? Why come you didn't protect me? Saying no is a form of love. Let me say that again. Saying no and setting boundaries and limitations is a form of love. It is no way that you can truly care about somebody when you allow them to do things that could be damaging to themselves. True love is saying, no, that's not a good look. True love is saying, no, that may hurt you down the line. True love is saying no, because that may have a trickle-down effect in regards to this. And this is something that you're trying to build. And I don't want that to come back on you later. So no. No is a form of love. Like the Queen Woman is loving, like, facts. Mike Knight says that's real. It's real. I don't know how to be nothing but real, y'all. And again, I'm speaking as that woman that, I was used to getting my way whenever I wanted to get my way in my previous relationship, and I could. It was no limitations. It was no boundaries to what I could and could not do. It wasn't. I was like, okay, baby, you know what? I want to do this. He's like, okay. And at that time, I did not realize it because I was so young that subconsciously him not putting his foot down and him not having boundaries for me and him not telling me no. Subconsciously, I was viewing that as something that was weak and it was turning me off subconsciously. Okay? A lot of women may not even be aware of these things, guys. They're not aware of why they view you as a simp. They might not even be aware that they are viewing you as a simp. They just can't put their finger on why am I more attracted to that guy than the man I have at home? Why am I seeking companionship outside of my relationship that I have at home with my man that is letting me do whatever the hell I want to do? That does not tell me no. That does not have any kind of authority to him. Why is that? Because subconsciously, women look for men that are strong, that have a strong sense of self, that are wise and knowledgeable, and that can lead us in the right direction. And the way that you guys can do that is by drawing lines in the sand and saying no to certain things. I'm not telling you to be an evil ass man that, just wants to dictate and control everything. And you're just, holding your woman captive and she can't do nothing. But it's certain things to where it's like, you know what, baby, no. And right now you may not understand, but in the future, you're going to thank me for telling you no. Women, we need that. We don't want no pushover. So stop being a pushover. Being a pushover does not make you nice. Being a pushover is not a good quality. That's a simp quality. And a woman will spot that from a mile away and either be turned off by it and leave, or stay and take advantage of that. So stop that, fellas, right now, today. All right? Let me see what y'all say in these comments. LMG says, hell no, most of them just want to run through a nigga pockets and ain't got no bread or nothing going for them. Some of them. But again, you guys will be able to peep this kind of game if you take off those simp shades. Okay? You got to take off the simp shades and put them down. Okay? So you'll be able to peep game and see, is this woman genuinely into me, or is she only into what I can do for her? You know what I'm saying? Let's talk that talk. I'm going to talk my talk, Big J. Let me see. Deontay Marshall says, it has to have balance of no's or yeses, depending on the circumstance. Absolutely. You guys know I always preach about balance in all of my conversations. In all of our dope discussions, we talk about balance. Balance is very important and very key to anything substantial, to anything that is healthy. You need a good balance of everything. You know, duality is life. You can't be too much of anything. You don't want to be too stern to the point where it's like, you know, she can't do anything and you won't allow anything. But you can't be so soft to the point where you can be ran over and taken advantage of. All right? All right, y'all. Again, like the video, share the video, and subscribe. We still have 2 more things on our list out of the 5 ways to not be a simp before I get up off of here, you guys. And we'll be going live again, maybe Wednesday. We'll see. I got to come up with some conversations for us to talk about. We'll go live on Wednesday, and maybe I'll have another list for us to, you know, go through. I used to do the list in the past, and I stopped, you know, and then I just started freestyling, which I feel both are, you know, very much so important. A lot of times I like to freestyle and just go off the dome as far as our topics of conversation, because I like to speak from my heart, you know. But sometimes lists are, you know, good as far as the visual and having people to be able to better internalize, you know, what we're talking about. So that's why I thought to, you know, bring the list back. I may do lists all week. We'll see. Hey, what's up, Evan King? Okay. Ron Topman says, men must have boundaries, period, with the thumbs up 100. Peace. True indeed. All right, y'all, let's move that along to the 4th thing on my list out of the 5 ways to not be a simp, fellas. And the 4th thing on my list, fellas, is to know your worth. Knowing your worth is very important. And I genuinely feel like a lot of men don't know their worth. I do. It's like it's a lot of men out there that don't know their worth as a man. Many men do not know their power and are unsure of themselves, which takes a toll on their self-confidence. If a woman sees that a man has no value in himself, she will use it against him because she will see no value in you as well. If a woman is able to look at a man and see that, you know what, this man, he don't have no confidence. This man, you know, he doesn't know who he is. He's unsure. He's indecisive. You know, he's constantly, you know, looking for validation through other men or other women. He does not know how to give himself value and get power from within. A woman will view that as a man that is weak. And therefore, you are falling to that simpish category. A real man, y'all, okay? Again, this is speaking from a woman, okay? To me, as a woman, a real man is a man that knows his power. He knows his worth. He knows what he has to offer. He's very sure of himself. And even when he's not sure, damn it, he's going to figure some ways out so that he is. Brian McFarland says, when I saw this topic, I clicked on here so fast. LOL. Look, I'm glad you're here, Brian. Again, y'all like the video, share the video so we can have more people to click on so fast, okay? And peep some game with us. A man has to know his worth. He has to know his value so that he can exude that energy off. What's good, Tamar? He wants to, you want that energy to exude off of you so that you can attract women that do respect you, that do value you, because she sees that you value yourself. What's good, Nicole? Hey, Queen. Says peace and blessings. Peace. Women pick up on a lot, fellas, from a mile away. We do. Lips got dry. Ronnie, why you always over here laughing? He says, I'm taking notes. Look, you better be taking notes, Cootie King. We pick up on a lot of things, whether it is subconsciously or consciously. And one of the things that we pick up on, what's good, TKC, is the fact of a man having esteem, having a strong sense of self, having self-esteem. What is it like? Is this man, quiet because he is unsure? Or is he quiet because he's the type that is laid back and he's peeping game? Is this man nice because he just genuinely is a nice person and he respects women, but he has limitations and he knows how to draw boundaries? Or is he nice because he's a pushover, because he's looking for, validation from a woman? Or is he nice because he's a pushover and he feels like that's a way for a woman to take interest in him? True indeed, Jakuta, you got to have confidence. Okay, and like the king said earlier, goes back to balance, right? Because we want you men to have confidence about yourself, but we don't want you to be cocky about it. And see, that's where a lot of men get messed up, because it's like either y'all are cocky and arrogant, or you guys are very quiet, very shy, very unsure, very shaky, very nervous, and that comes off again as weak and simpish. And when you don't, know your worth, it's easy for a woman that ain't about shit to come through and use that simpish behavior against you, because she sees that, this man, he don't have no confidence. He's looking for validation through me. And, if I can play on that and play on his, confidence and his self-esteem to get my way, why not? Fellas, even if you are a shy man, naturally, maybe you are shy. Maybe that's just genuinely who you are. You're a shy, reserved, quiet, laid-back guy, which I feel like that's sexy anyway. Okay, I like a nice laid-back, quiet guy that just, peeps game. I like that. I don't like all that loud shit. I don't like all that flashy shit. That's just me personally, though, right? But even if that is you, you still should exude some level of confidence about yourself, to where it's like, damn, it's a mystique about it, right? It's like, yeah, he's quiet. Yeah, he's reserved. Yeah, he's laid back. But it's not in a way that is insecure. It's not screaming insecurity. It's more so screaming the fact that this is a wise man. This is a man that, sees power in observation. He sees the power in his silence. He sees the power in being able to peep game. Jeffrey over here laughing, peeping game. You got to. Okay? And so even in your quietness, even in your stillness, you still should exude some level of confidence. It shouldn't be like, I'm scared. I wonder what this person thinks of me. Even if you are, worried about, I wonder if this woman, does she think I'm this? Does she think I'm that? You should still be able to go within yourself and be like, you know what, player, you got this. You know who you are. You know you the man around here. You don't gotta be shy. You don't gotta be afraid. You don't gotta be intimidated by anybody. You know your words. That's sexy. That's what women look for. And if you gotta big yourself up, in the inside quietly to make sure that you are carrying this certain energy about you, then do that. But never get all like, oh, I don't know. I'm scared. No. Don't do that. That's a turn off, first and foremost, and it screams simp, which would inadvertently make you become a simp because you are looking for value and validation through other people because you don't know your worth, because you are not confident. And so you're trying to win people over by being a pushover, which goes back to number 3. Okay, you're trying to win this person over by being a pushover and being a people pleaser and being a yes man, when in all actuality, that's being a simp in and of itself. So you have to know your worth, kings. Netta B says, why do they need to watch out for us quiet people? Look, I think I'm very multifaceted. Like, I can be that quiet chick. I can also be that, loud, boisterous. Y'all know me. I'm very diverse in my personalities. I think that's everybody though. But if you just met me, you would be like, damn, she's quiet. Damn, she don't really talk that much. I have to gradually open up to people, and that's just my personality. My husband, though, he's extremely introverted. Like, he's quiet all day, every day. He's to himself. Very intellectual, though. And then when he does speak, he's a force to be reckoned with. Like, he makes you pay attention. He's going to be dropping knowledge and dropping game on you. But what I've noticed, Queen Netta, as far as why I need to watch out for them quiet people, is quiet people. Y'all be some freak. Y'all be some freaks. Okay, let's be real. The quiet people, y'all be some freaks. Y'all are very funny. Y'all are very intellectual, and sometimes it can catch you off guard. So you gotta be on the lookout for them quiet people, and they might be deadly. Okay, them quiet people, you may think that I can get over on them, or they ain't gonna do shit. Thinking if you want to. Them quiet people be deadly, okay? And that's why they be quiet, because they know that when they pop off, or if they pop off, it's gonna be some trouble. So he says yes. Look. He says those are the Virgos. My husband is a Scorpio. But I'm an Aquarius. And again, I can come off as quiet too, so it really depends. It just depends on the situation. But you got to know your worth. All right? He says, why you so loud? Look here. If I'm loud, then I'm just loud, okay? That's just my personality right now. In 5 minutes, I might be quiet. And then 5 minutes from then, I might be loud again. It just really depends, okay? But at least you learning, all right? It says Scorpio. Say it again, lady. #quiet. What's good, Florida boy? Okay, y'all, let's move that along to the 5th thing on my list out of the 5 ways to not be a simp, okay? And again, you guys, like the video, share the video. What's good, Kev M? And make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell, all right? Do that for us so that we can get more people to come through. And then I'm going to get up off of here, y'all, because I still got to cook these vegetables. Oh, we got to cook the vegetables, and I don't want to get too off schedule. All right? Thank you, y'all. Thank you so much. I see it is 187, but then it say 193 on here. I don't know. And I see we got 150 likes. That's pretty good to me. Thank you so much. Last and final thing on my list, fellas, out of the 5 ways that you can stop being a simp, all right, right here today, is to live in your masculinity. I'm gonna keep that on the screen real quick, and I'm just gonna be quiet. Since y'all say I'm loud anyway, I'm gonna let this marinate and soak into your spirit. Y'all over here laughing. Look, he says truth. Look, I'm gonna be quiet. Somebody said I was loud. I'm gonna be quiet real quick so that y'all can sit back and let that soak in and marinate. You lived in it? Okay. You soaked it in? Okay, good. Women respect authority and power, but they do not respect a man that abuses his power and authority or doesn't display it at all. Thus, as a man, you must live in a nice, healthy, dominant role of masculinity to display to women that you are not one to be played with as far as your position as a man. He says, soaking like a sponge. Says it right. Look, he says, nah, speak your mind. Okay, I can speak my mind with my loud ass. Okay. Live in your masculinity. What do I mean by that? I mean to really embody what it is to be a man. Says kaboom. You already know, T-Jips. Kaboom. Live in your masculinity. Really and truly, organically embody what it is to be a king, to be in an authoritative role, to be in a dominant role, to be in a leadership role. And what did I say? You must live in a nice, healthy, dominant role of masculinity. And notice how I said a nice, healthy. True indeed, be a god. Okay? You have to do this, fellas. Scorpio says, I'm not an alpha male. It's a nice balance, right? This is how I view the whole alpha thing. I don't view alpha as, you know, you just being this overly possessive, overly dominant, overly aggressive being. It's a healthy dynamic to it. It's a healthy, dominant role. It's knowing how to play your position. Being aggressive is not what it means to be an alpha male. What's good, E? He says, what's up to the crown heads with the fire emoji. What's good? Although being an aggressive man can play a role in being an alpha male, it is not what it is to totally be an alpha male. It's knowing when to, you know, display that energy of being aggressive or being, you know, dominant and all of that. It's a nice, healthy dynamic. So I don't want y'all to view being an alpha male as something that is toxic or something that is bad. It's good. It's really a good thing. What's good, Caleb? And a lot of men do not live in their masculinity. It's always about you guys being able to lay down, bend over backwards, and be a stepping stool for your woman. And that's not what it's supposed to be. You're supposed to live in your masculinity and know your true role as a king. A king is one that has authority. A king is one that has power. A king is one that is dominant. However, like I say, it's a nice, healthy dynamic. It's not a situation where you are abusing your power. It's not a situation where you are abusing your authority. That's where a lot of men get messed up and misconstrued. And the reason why you guys are falling into that simp category is because you feel like if you're not living in your masculinity, or if you are living in your masculinity, then somehow you are being toxic. And that's not the truth. Women look for men that are leaders. We look for men that have power. We look for men that are, protective. That's when we feel like we can be in our femininity, because you are embodying your role of being a masculine man. You are showing and proving to us that you are comfortable in that role. Therefore, I can trust you in that role and I can fall back. But if I see that you're not a man that is really in tune with his masculinity, I'm going to view that as you being a pushover, you not knowing your worth, and thus, as a woman, I'm going to, again, either take advantage of that and walk all over you and dominate you in an unhealthy way to get my way, or I'm going to be, like the woman that I am, and I'm just going to view that as simpish. I'm going to view that as weak, and I'm going to deuce it on out. Because I'm going to be like, well, he's not really that masculine. And like I say, a lot of us women look for that power role of a man. We look for a man that has leadership qualities. That's part of being masculine. That's part of living in your masculinity. Okay, you guys? So that was the fifth and last thing on my list out of the 5 ways to not be a simp, and that was to live in your masculinity. All right, y'all? So let me see what y'all say in these comments. Meta be over here laughing. Sometimes queens bring out the alpha. As long as you have the right one, the wrong one will treat you as a beta, aka simp. Like I said, that's true. They'll view you that way and walk all over you. Brandon says alphas are more calculated with their aggression. We are assertive. True indeed. A nice balance. A true alpha man or male knows when to turn on that, that aggression to where it's like, okay, you in my territory, you stepping on my toes. It's not going to be there all the time. He's not going to walk around with a chip on his shoulder looking for confrontation. Like, no, that's unhealthy. But he know how to turn it on when he needs to. He says, exactly. Screaming and shit don't work. It's a time and place for everything. 100. Peace to you, LMG. Okay? I don't like to prey on weak women, though. I need a strong woman. True indeed, Jeffrey Brown. And I feel like a lot of women, when it comes to us viewing femininity, we view that as something that is weak, something that is easily manipulated. We view submission the same way, and it's not that, okay? It's just being able to be nurturing. It's just being able to be soft and being able to, allow your man to take that leadership role. It does not mean that you are a woman that's easily manipulated, that you can be easily brainwashed and walked all over. Like, no. A man, I feel personally, a strong, good quality, real man, a king, a God. They don't look for a woman that's out here, that's weak and easy to be, walked all over and controlled, because they're going to need that woman to be able to step up into a leadership role or position when need be. You don't want a woman that can't guide you in the right direction, or you can't go to for counsel. So that's very important for men to also look for women that, like I said in our first thing on my list, was to look for women that have, self-awareness and are able to have self-accountability and things like that. That kind of woman is going to be able to lead you when maybe, you know, you don't know which way to go. Or maybe you fall off for a little bit. She's going to be able to pick you up and steer you back into your position, into your role as a man. All right. And shout out to these donations. Peace to you, Jakuta, for your donation. Peace to you, Sagittarian Prince, for your donation. He says, every woman definition of an alpha male is different. Find your match. Yeah, that's true indeed. You know, it's up to us ultimately to, you know, put our own perspective and give our own definitions to things and how we view and see things. But I'm just here to maybe guide you in that process. All right. But let's go ahead and do a quick recap. And I'm going to get up off of here, y'all, because I still got to cook this vegetable stew with my cornbread. Yeah, I got to have it. It got the okra. It got the girl. It's going to be so good. But I appreciate y'all. Let's do a quick recap. Before I do, though, like the video, share the video, subscribe, hit that notification bell. The first thing on my list, you guys, out of the 5 ways to not be a simp was to stop dating women that do not reciprocate. If that woman is not doing for you like you're doing for her, leave her alone. The second thing on my list was to stop being easily impressed by surface level things. Look for qualities, good qualities in a woman, not bonus qualities. Don't look for a woman that has good sex and a nice body and a pretty face. That's surface. Look for a woman that has qualities such as selflessness, compassion, love, respect, nurturing qualities, understanding, patience, self-awareness, self-accountability, intellectual capabilities, submission, leadership, and femininity. Okay? Number 3 was stop being a pushover. You think you've been a nice guy, but really you're just being a simp. And women can, true indeed, take advantage of that and use that against you if she feels like she can, or she's going to be completely turned off, such as myself, and she's going to leave you alone, okay? The 4th thing was you need to know your worth. As a man, you should have self-confidence. You should be sure of yourself. You don't want to be cocky. You don't want to be arrogant, but you do want to have a sense of self. You still want to know that you are a king. You still want to know that you are a guy. However you want to view yourself, know that you are worthy of respect. Know that you are worthy of being in that position of being a man. Know that you are a man and act accordingly. Okay? Know your worth. Otherwise, a woman will view that as weak, and she's going to be like, okay, I can use that to my advantage. Okay? I'm going to walk all over that. That's a simp. I'm either going to take advantage or I'm going to leave. All right? And then the last and final thing was to live in your masculinity. Own your masculinity. You are powerful, damn it. Don't no woman have a right to walk all over you. Just like women don't want a man that's going to try to walk all over her and take advantage of her, you deserve that same respect. And the way that you can get that respect is by being a man that is true to himself, that is not afraid to walk in his power as a masculine man. He's not going to sit around, you know, letting women talk to him any kind of way. He's not going to sit around twiddling his thumbs, waiting on a woman to take the reins and take control. No, that is not a woman's job. That is your job to lead that woman. And a lot of women subconsciously or consciously look for a masculine man. We look for a man that can hold it down. And the way that you can display that is by being in your masculine role and position as a man. And again, it's a nice balance of that. You don't want to be too damn dominant to where it's like, well, you turning me off that way because I feel like you're trying to be a dictator. But I still need to know and understand that you are a man and you are not to be toyed with or treated like a little ass boy. Because a lot of women will take advantage of that and view that as a simp. And then she's going to use and abuse you and then go after the next man that is displaying those masculine qualities. And you're going to sit around wondering why come these women keep leaving me? I'm giving them what they want. I'm bending over backwards for them. I'm letting them walk all over me. I'm giving them everything. Why come she left me to be with this motherfucker? Well, because he knew his position as a man, and that was something that she consciously or subconsciously was looking for. All right? And that's my list, y'all. Again, I love y'all. My name is Danica Marie. Make sure that you like the video, share the video, and subscribe. And I'll be back 318. We're crazy as fuck. And we'll be back in another broadcast. I actually clicked on the Queen. Queen, y'all better. I'm in 314. We crazy too out here. We in St. Louis. Y'all know St. Louis crazy as hell. But I appreciate all of y'all. We're gonna have a good time. We go live randomly a lot of times. That's why I tell you guys to make sure that you hit that notification bell and you subscribe, because we have dope discussions and we peep game. We drop knowledge. Okay. He says, when's the next video? The next video will be on Wednesday. Okay, what's today, y'all? Today is Monday. We'll go live on Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. and we'll have another list that we go through. I just have to figure out what we want to talk about. He says, I'm from East St. Louis. You from East St. Louis? Okay. I'm from North County, St. Louis. You know, just regular St. Louis. But yeah, we're going to go live again on Wednesday. So make sure you guys like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. My name is Danica Marie. Again, thank you guys so much for the donations, because YouTube be tripping. They might demonetize this. Hopefully they don't. But if they do, that's why I'm glad I got my crown heads. I love y'all. I respect y'all. I'll see y'all later. Let me know how y'all viewed the list. Did you agree with most of it? Did you disagree with it? Explain to me why or why not. All right. I gotta go though, y'all. Much love. Danica Marie, and I'm out.